This is breaking news.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm here with Steve Bradbury, Andy Byford, also known as the Train Daddy. We're excited to be here. Was it a couple months ago we were here together? 3 months ago. I just want to do a step back. We were just at Union Station in D.C. Riding the brand new Acela from D.C. up here to Penn Station. And again, faster trains, more beautiful trains. We're going to be able to carry more passengers on the Northeast Corridor, which means, I think, better pricing and better revenue for Amtrak. All very important. And again, clean, beautiful trains that I think are worthy of the greatest country on the face of the earth. We also announced this morning that we are going to, at DOT, with Amtrak, reclaim Union Station. We are going to revitalize it, reinvest in it, and again, in our capital city, our train station deserves to be a showcase of the greatest country on the face of the earth, America, in Washington, D.C. We want to bring in more restaurants, more retailers. That wasn't happening, so we had to rethink the partnerships that we have to revitalize Union Station. But today we're here to talk about Penn Station. And as all of you have reported, or most of you have reported, we have pulled this project back from MTA. I have not been shy in expressing my frustration with MTA. They spend a lot of money. I'm not pleased with their deliverables, and I didn't have faith that they could deliver on this project. And some have said, well, this administration doesn't care about transit, or this administration doesn't care about trains. What I just talked to you about is with what we've done at Union Station and with the Acela and what we're doing here at Penn Station. Your takeaway should be, actually, we do care about transit, we do care about trains, we do care about subways, we care about buses, but we care about the deliverables to the American people. How do we serve the American people? How do you serve New Yorkers, or those in New Jersey, or those in the greater Washington, D.C. area? That's what matters to us. Not spending money, but delivering on the investments that our taxpayers actually make in these systems. And so with that pullback, we thought it was important to walk through the timeline that we're going to go through for the Penn Station build. But before I do that, I think we are blessed to have a president who loves New York. New York has given the president a little bit of pushback, but he loves all of you. He loves this city. He loves building beautiful buildings. And what's great for us is that he actually cares about the project that we're engaging here at Penn Station. And again, he has a lot on his plate. He's doing a lot of things. But when I meet with him, this is a common question that he'll ask me is, where are we at with Penn Station? Where are we at in the process? He wants to know about the developers that may bid and how it's going to look, because he wants to make sure that this is a great representation for his administration, but he wants it to serve the New York people incredibly well. And so I'm honored that we have that kind of support and backdrop with the president, because oftentimes presidents wouldn't engage in a project like this. You all are blessed to have a president who cares about the project and cares about the deliverable for New Yorkers. And so, again, we're excited to have this conversation today, but we are proud to be announcing a $43 million grant to begin the process in regard to the solicitation for a master developer. Andy's going to talk about the timeline that we have, but we are going to move at the speed of Trump. This is not going to be a 20, 30-year project. This is not about a back room thinking about how we can spend money and develop plans but never deliver. This is actually about how do we move this more quickly and more beautifully through the process, so it's not your grandkids that are going to enjoy the work that we're doing now. You all are going to get to enjoy this great project that we are about to announce the timeline on. And so I thank you all for coming out. I couldn't be prouder to be part of this team that has been working so hard on the project. And again, Steve Bradbury is the Deputy Secretary. He's been incredibly engaged on this. I'm grateful for his support and his leadership. But I also think if you look at when we selected Andy, Andy has, I think, I know he has a strong reputation in New York. You know how Andy delivers. And I think that's a sign to New Yorkers that we care about delivering, because we brought in the best person we thought possible with the best credibility to make sure this project goes fast, so it's on time, it's on budget. And all of you, again, we're not red, we're not blue. Like, this is to serve people. And Andy's record, I think, is such that a lot of you have had confidence in how we've set this up. And so I couldn't be more grateful that he said yes to joining us and using all of his skills and experience to make sure this project goes off so well. And so he's a visionary. We spent the trade ride up here, by the way, and he's walking through all the things we're going to do and how we're going to do it and how we're going to get early deliverables. And then even on the way up, I'm sorry, Andy, I'm going to give it to you in a second. We're like, could we use some new paint even before we get this new build going? Some new paint might be nice. We're going up the escalator, and he made the point. He's like, "Are we late?" He's like, "The clock doesn't work as we're coming up the escalator." There's some simple things we can do to serve people a little bit better. Quick wins. Make the clocks work, right? So those are some things we're going to focus on that Andy's going to talk about, not just the timeline on this massive project, but there's things we can do in the short run to make the experience better, because what we're doing is serving people, making government serve people better and more efficiently. And so thanks for coming out, and I'm honored to turn it over to Andy, better known as the Train Daddy. Andy.
Thank you. Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Secretary, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Andy Byford, as the Secretary just said, and I'm honoured to be leading on behalf of the administration and on behalf of Amtrak, America's Railroad. I'm honoured to be leading this iconic project to truly transform New York Penn Station. And in addition to the Secretary, the Deputy Secretary, to my Chair Kosher over there, President Harris, I think, is here somewhere. I'm also joined by my friend and colleague Sarah Appleton, who is the Deputy Project Director, again, for this beautiful and iconic project. So I've been doing this job now for 3 months, and for old friends of mine, Marsha, people like yourself, I'm so happy to be back in New York. This is where I want to be, and this is the project that I want to do. And in just my 3 months back here, it's become apparent to me in talking to people just how much Penn Station means to people. But also, it means a lot of different things to different people. Everyone has an opinion on Penn Station and what should be done. But the Secretary and I are unified in our vision for both the project and the station, but also in how we should go about transforming it. Because as the Secretary said, it's been talked about for years. Others have tried, but we're confident that we will succeed. And why do I say that? Well, very simply, because there is precise and absolute alignment between all of the key stakeholders, from the White House through the US DOT through to Amtrak. There's absolute alignment, and that is the key, the magic key to unlocking this station's potential in a way that, frankly, hasn't been achieved before. Now, as the owners of this station, Amtrak, we very much appreciate the support that President Trump has shown us and the confidence that Secretary Duffy has put in us and in me in making Amtrak the clear project lead. And we're ready to reward that confidence now by delivering a world-class station of which New Yorkers and visitors to New York and Americans and everyone can be truly proud. So as the Secretary said, today we are officially providing advance notice for the solicitation of a master developer. And we are announcing the obligation of a Federal Railroad Administration grant to Amtrak for engaging that master developer. and also to conduct design and national environmental policy work, better known as NEPA, to really make this thing a reality. So from today, firms interested in working on this project can officially start the process of becoming our master developer partner. Ladies and gentlemen, the steps to completely transform Penn Station starts today. That process starts today. Complete top-to-bottom modernization and transformation of Penn Station. And in addition, this fall, our colleagues at the Federal Railroad Administration will begin a service optimization study to evaluate ways to safely accommodate passenger growth throughout the tri-state region and to maximize train capacity within the confines of the existing station footprint. Next May, we will announce the outcome of that design competition. We'll announce the selection of our master developer, and we will begin preliminary design and National Environmental Policy Act activities, ultimately leading to the start of construction by the end of 27. So this is a very aggressive time frame, and you can see it set out on the chart behind me. Now, let me be clear, because a lot of people have already asked me about the nature of the competition that we're going to run. So let me be clear on this. We're going to evaluate everything. It will be an open and fair competition with no preconceived notions of the outcome, but it will be conducted to a very aggressive timeline in order to hit that spade in the ground date of the end of 2027. Now, everyone likes to talk about the design of the new station, and that's the fun part. I like that fun, right? Looking at the renderings, figuring out what the station might look like in the future. But the transformation of Penn Station must be much more than bricks and mortar. It must be about making the station operationally sound, safe, clean, and easy to navigate. And I want in the future this station to ooze excellence in every form. I want every interaction with customers to be consistently excellent. Every single aspect, including, Mr. Secretary, making sure that the clocks work. We will ultimately select and implement the safest, most efficient and timely proposal that makes the best use of customer and taxpayer dollars. And we've already made great progress over the past few months, and we're determined to complete this work on an expedited schedule. So in just the last 3 months, we've been looking to hire a public-private partnership or P3 legal advisor. We've done that, Sarah, right? Check, already done. We have a legal advisor on board. We're now looking to bring on a P3 financial advisor. That process has started. We're about to make that appointment. And we've already started a third process to bring on board a P3 project management and construction manager partner. In other words, we're putting together the A-team that is needed to effect this massive and total transformation of this station. Now, 2 years, end of 27, that might seem like a long way away, but trust me, having done this thing in a few locations around the world, for a project of this complexity and magnitude, it's just round the corner. And it's really important because New York's Penn Station is actually our #1 station in our national network of over 500 stations. We had over 12 million guests here last year. So literally, we can't wait any longer. Enough talking. We can't wait any longer to transform this station for the better, because that's what New York deserves, and that's what this great country deserves. So in conclusion, Secretary Duffy and the administration have brought a real sense of urgency and clarity to the project. A lot of people have talked about it, but we're going to act upon it. So we're very grateful to Secretary Duffy and to the entire Department of Transportation, as well as, of course, President Trump and his administration, for bringing that urgency and clarity to the station's transformation and in giving us the mandate and having confidence in us as Amtrak to carry out our vision and their vision for a world-class, safe and modern station. And on a personal note, I would like to thank Chair Kosher and President Harris for giving me this golden opportunity. Sir, I will not let you down. I'm super focused on this, and you're standing with me right now, and I'll certainly need you to stand with me as we progress through what will be a very challenging project, but one that has to be done. Tomorrow, another big day for Amtrak. Tomorrow we'll debut our next-gen Acela trains, which are beautiful and offer a fantastic onboard service, reflecting exactly what we want to offer at the station today and into the future. Because it's essential that our stations match our modern and safe train fleet so that customers in the future have a seamless experience from train to station. Again, what I said was everything should be excellent. Every touch point with Amtrak should be consistently excellent. We've got the trains, now it's the station's turn. So this is a truly exciting day for Amtrak and the future of Penn Station. We often talk about a new era of rail, but Amtrak's new era cannot exist without a transformed, modernized and world-class Penn Station. That's what New Yorkers deserve, and that's what they're going to get.
This has been breaking news.